how to use the principle of leverage when escaping holds. If we take a beam or a stick, that one for example, give it to me. So this is a stick. Please help me. Hold it at one end and at another one. This is a beam. Do you see this? We have two lever fulcrums here. There is the first and this is the second. Let's take that one of the fulcrums is fixed. Let's call it A. The second is movable, that is B. Now our stick is quiet and calm. Do you understand? The same here. If we take one end of the stick, which is movable, and remove it, let's see what we get. What's the thing? He holds the stick at that point, which is now critical. That's because one end of the stick is fixed hard. Hold it. Use the second hand. Now hold it tight with your second hand. That's good. Now you see there's a possibility of damage to that point. It's the so-called cantilever. And I write it down. The cantilever is point A. As we have our own weight, it presses to the ground. There's some force application. Is it clear? The mass, which is distributed along the whole surface of the stick, presses down. Do you see? What if you apply some additional force to it, besides the weight? What will we get then? It will be overturned. What if we apply a couple of forces here? Some force applied here, a pair of forces there. Torsion, for example. Let it be M. Do you see? What do we get now? Oh, hold it. What do we get when I turn it? Can you hold it? I mean, when I turn it, applying force. No, you can't. And everything falls down here. What shall we do to get the maximum advantage of this situation? We're living beings. That's why we're talking about biomechanics. We can drag the fulcrum to the missing movable point and thus form a lever. Now you feel some danger, don't you? You do. Now you have to move your fulcrum from this position to the other one to protect yourself. Now you must. Help me please. Hold it and press it. To any direction you want. Your task is to... Give me your hand. Place your hand here and press on the other side. What do you get? A leverage. Yes. Can you twist it now? Yes. You can. Can you restore the beam if one of the ends was free there? Now drag it and twist. Can you restore it? Yes. We do it so that you can defend yourself and attack, either to one direction or to the other one. Is it clear? Put the stick to the side for a moment. Let's return to our scheme. If our critical point and damage are here, we should consider such length. The second person who got the damage and held the stick on his end moves the fulcrum and applies some force to that lever. That means that he leaves the critical point here. It's not a critical point anymore. Depending on the damage, he'll move it further and use the situation to prevent damage. Is it clear to you? Situation with the arms. What can you do? You act like that, then you can use either your legs or your arms. You defend yourself. I can use different positions of my arms. I can take his arm here and turn it, as it was shown in the example at the beginning. It always works. I can also pull his arm in that direction, strike him with my leg. He is overbalanced, and I finish the hold. That means that one action may develop into the second, the third, and so on. The fulcrum, the lever, and the force. That's the leverage. Then it will be easy for you. What your arms are concerned with. If you place your hand here, you'll have leverage. I push my hand to the right, and I pull the second arm closer to myself, and I overbalance him. The same here. You take him here, find the fulcrum, and strike him. The same from the side. You use the leverage to strike him. Your arms are the main tool. Don't lose contact with his arms. It'll help you to cope with both his left and right arms. Try to release yourself from the rival's hold.